Dear colleagues, for more than 2 months now, the COVID-19 pandemic has been at the forefront of all of our minds. It has spread fear and anxiety. We need to start rationalizing what COVID-19 is. The COVID-19 virus is a particle that consists of protein, lipids, and RNA. It is just a particle. It cannot think. It has no evil intent. It is not demonic. It is not even alive. It is only a particle that is multiplied after entering our cells. Let us not give it more power over ourselves than it deserves. It does not multiply by magic. It multiplies through acts of human beings, and this means that by acting prudently, we human beings can also stop it from multiplying. We can defeat the spread of COVID-19 by taking the right measures and being disciplined. I would like to use World Safety Day as an opportunity to give you an update on the precautions we are taking while closely monitoring the situation. Our decisions, both for your personal well-being and for our business, are grounded in science and focused on driving the right actions for our organization and all its stakeholders. Your well-being and safety are our highest priority, and we want everyone to feel as safe as possible. Our company's approach in this difficult situation is grounded in our values, namely Menschlichkeit, which puts people first and ensures we have the right preparations and plans in place. We are focused on creating safe environments for all our employees, wherever they work, from production to sales to administration. Here are some of the actions that we have taken and we will continue to take. We have increased communication and training on how to maintain hygiene standards that prevent the spread of COVID-19. We have created awareness sections giving information and advice. In production, we are separating teams and eliminating the contact between different shifts. In case of any doubts, we immediately quarantine the shift until we have more information. We are actively making use of the large distances between the individual working spaces in our plants. We have introduced mandatory disinfection processes, not only daily, but also during shift changes. We all know cleaning is no fun, but we ask everyone to take it seriously. You are protecting yourself and your colleagues, and by protecting your colleagues, you are protecting yourself. We have also identified surfaces that are frequently touched and need to be wiped and disinfected often, even after each use. Again, we need your support and discipline in keeping these clean and disinfected. Where feasible, we encourage employees to work remotely, thereby reducing the chances of infection. In spite of intense competition in the protective mask market, we have been successful in ensuring the supply of PPE requirements like masks and disposable gloves. We have also managed an uninterrupted supply of hand sanitizers. We have given health checks to our employees. Temperature checks are mandatory before even entering our plants and offices. Sadly but prudently, we have closed our canteens and organized alternative meals. We have put together crisis management teams at a local, regional, and global level that meet at least on a weekly basis, that are monitoring the situation very closely and frequently and organizing support when needed. Our very low infection rates have proven that our measures work. In our region, after 10 weeks of corona crisis, we have had only 3 confirmed cases of COVID-19 infection. Thank God, all 3 colleagues have recovered. But what needs to be pointed out is that none of these 3 cases was infected at work, and none of these 3 cases passed COVID-19 onto any other Knauf employee. Our measures work. I have asked the other members of the Knauf Group Management Committee how the situation is in their region. Knauf China, with 5 plants and multiple offices, never had a single confirmed case of COVID-19. In other regions, while we have had to quarantine individual shifts, afterwards we found out that COVID-19 was not passed on from Knauf employee to Knauf employee. All infections in the Knauf group have come from the outside. None has been passed on from Knauf employee to Knauf employee. What does this mean for us? It means that we have to help our employees protect themselves so that they don't get infected outside and then bring the virus into the Knauf world. In the past weeks, we have turned our plants and offices into fortresses against the COVID-19 virus. Our extremely low infection rates are proof that our efforts were successful. Now we have to make the families of our employees our first line of defense. For this reason, as a first step, we decided to issue washable, reusable masks to all our employees so that they stay safe in their daily errands like shopping and on public transport. But we then realized that their wives are going to the supermarket, and as schools are reopening in many countries, their children are going to school again. We need to protect our employees' families in order to protect our employees, and by protecting our employees, protect our teams. We are therefore now confirming how many people are living in each employee's household and will issue reusable masks to all members of these households free of charge. As you can see, we are going well beyond our legal responsibility in order to help you. However, we need your commitment and your support so this effort can be fully successful. Please wear your mask when coming into contact with any people that are not members of your household. This means that every time you leave your home, you should wear a mask. Please make sure that the members of your household do the same. I know that this is not easy for children, but you need to teach it to them. I have 3 kids. I know what it means to constantly remind them. The COVID-19 virus has a so-called lipid bilayer. This means that it has a fatty cover surface that can be dissolved by soap. By dissolving this fatty cover surface, soap destroys the virus's ability to penetrate cells. High percentage alcohol does the same thing. This also means that we have to give the soap enough time to dissolve the cover surface. Everybody is telling you to please wash your hands frequently. We are asking you to not only wash your hands frequently, but to wash them long enough that the soap can dissolve the cover of the virus. The soap needs about 30 seconds to do its work. So forget quickly washing your hands and then moving on. Wet your hands, lather up with soap, and then massage all of your hand and wrists, front and back, at least 30 seconds. And don't forget under and around your wedding ring. Count to 30 to make sure you are washing long enough. Please also teach this practice to your family. Keep your fingers out of your face. If you first brush your hair out of your face, and then a little bit later, wipe the sweat away out of your eyes, there is a high probability that you have just wiped everything you had on your fingers into your eyes. Please practice social distancing. Do not touch anyone that is not a member of your household. Keep a distance of a minimum of 1.5 meters. This includes grandparents, aunts, and uncles. Until a vaccine is found, you should stay away from family celebrations. I know this is hard because I'm taking my own hard advice. My 76-year-old mother is currently in Berlin, where my brother, her eldest son, lives. On Wednesday before Easter, my mother called me and told me what a wonderful birthday dinner she hosted at our apartment for the 75th birthday of her best friend. While my heart was feeling how nice it must have been for the old ladies, my brain was flashing horror pictures of what could happen if one of the old ladies attending was infected. My mother then went on to tell me that on Friday she would be driving to our house with my brother in order to spend the Easter holidays with us. Sadly, I had to tell her that she and my brother are always welcome at our home, but in order to protect my 82-year-old father who has a chronic lung sickness, she and my brother would be spending 14 days in the guest rooms at the back of the house, before I would let them into contact with the rest of the family. My mother was very disappointed, but finally understood why we have to do this. Thus, this year became the first year since her grandchildren were born that she was not able to hunt Easter eggs with her grandchildren. Especially during the upcoming Ramadan and all its wonderful iftar dinners and the Eid al-Fitr holidays, please stay disciplined. Don't put your family and friends, and especially your elderly family members, at risk. These are very challenging times, both in our private and business lives. But as I talk to our regional leaders, I'm constantly reminded of the incredible power of our people. We're supporting each other, providing relief and hope in times of need, and being there for another. We are also supporting local communities through our business wherever needed. In many countries such as Italy, the UAE and Algeria, we have provided masks to community and health workers. In Italy, Greece, Turkey, the UAE, Qatar, Egypt and Algeria, we are supporting the erection and extension of hospitals. In Patras, Greece, the COVID-19 hospital closest to our Amphilochia plant, we even helped buy accessory equipment for their respiratory machines. There are also many things we can all do as individuals, as leaders, and as employees. Remember that this is a serious situation, so take it seriously. But don't let the pressure drive you to panic. Take the necessary precautions for yourself, your loved ones, your colleagues, and your community. Help prevent the spread of the virus. Most importantly, maintain hygiene practices, wash your hands frequently, maintain social distancing, and teach others. Follow the guidance of the World Health Organization and comply with local government directions. Those of you that are working from home, please make sure you stay connected and never lose the team spirit. I am very grateful for your commitment and flexibility in these difficult times. It is also a time for all of us to pull together and work as one team, with care, respect, and solidarity. Our health and the health of our loved ones are more than ever of utmost importance. In our 88-year history, we have weathered many crises. We know that by showing resolve in difficult times, we will be able to rise to this new challenge as well. We will get through this crisis together. Stay safe, stay strong, stay disciplined, but also stay optimistic.